Welcome to this edition of SAU Magazine, a weekly program featuring news, profiles, sports, commentary, interviews, and special events, all coming to you from the campus of Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.
I'm Tina Davis.
And I'm Kezzie with an SAU police report.
On February the 26th at 2:15 p.m., Sergeant Lamb observed a black Toyota driving through the parking lot of the Student Activities Building on Southern Arkansas University's campus. There was extremely loud music coming from the vehicle. Lamb approached the vehicle and directed the driver, DeTwain Boyd, to pull over and park. Lamb then informed Boyd he was under arrest for disturbing the peace. Boyd was cited to appear in court on March 23rd and then released.
On February 20th, Talbot Hall resident assistant Cindy Hooter reported to Officer Tedder that the door to Jeffrey Sester's room had been found open. Sester had left campus for the weekend. Upon entering the room, Hooter noticed the window open and the PlayStation in the game is missing. Sester was contacted by Hooter by phone. Sester informed Hooter that the PlayStation was in his room when he left. Sergeant Lamb was contacted and the room was fingerprinted. No prints were found.
On February the 22nd, John Worther reported to Chief Odell that sometime between evening of February the 19th and the evening of February the 21st, an unknown suspect or suspects entered room 118 of Green Hall through the window and took a Sony PlayStation and some accessories. Nothing else was taken from the room. There are no known witnesses or suspects.
There will be a reward for information leading to the arrest of the person or persons who stole an Olympus D 500L digital camera from the Bray a few weeks ago. If you have any leads, call UPD at 235-4100 or the Bray at 235-4268.
Jimmy Malone reported to Sergeant Lamb that on February the 26th, he parked his delivery truck on the service drive behind Tally Hall to stock the Pepsi machines. When he returned to the truck, he found that unknown persons had taken 2 cases of 20-ounce bottles of orange slice from the truck. There are no known witnesses or suspects at this time. I'm Tina Davis.
And I'm Kezzie Rudd with an SAU police report.
This is an SAU profile. I'm Jamey Giddens. Today our profile is Southern Arkansas University senior Kristen Quarles. Quarles, a double English and English education major, has been selected to teach the French language to employees of area businesses. Quarles teaches the class of mainly employees of Amfuel as part of an internship. She says people in this area don't know the importance of speaking French, noting that Amfuel is French-owned. Quarles names English department head Elizabeth Davis as one of her heroes, saying Davis was the first person at SAU to befriend her. Quarles also appreciates her mentor's professionalism and hopes to pattern her own career after her. Quarles also has great appreciation for her French instructor, Kirsten Holling, who she says helped her stick with the complex language. This has been an SAU Profile. I'm Jamey Giddens.
With SAU Sports, I'm Jennifer Lewis.
And I'm Tracy Campbell. After starting the season with a 6-game winning streak, the SAU baseball team lost its first game of the season on February 20th. The Mule Riders were defeated by Ouachita Baptist University 8-6. Against SAU pitcher Ross Cowling, OBU had 5 hits and a walk for 6 earned runs early in the game. Tom Sawyer relieved Cowling and held OBU to 2 runs, 9 hits, and 3 walks. The Tigers collected 14 hits in the game, while SAU was held to only 9. Head coach Steve Goodhart said it was a disappointing loss. It was one of those days when they did everything right and everything went wrong.
The SAU Rider basketball team made their first ever appearance in the Gulf South Conference tournament last weekend. It was also the first time SAU played West Georgia. Although the Riders lost to West Georgia by a score of 76-48, they still had one of the best seasons since joining the Gulf South Conference. The Mule Riders started out the season 4-8 and went on to win 11 of their last 14 games. The Mule Riders finished its regular season with a 115-79 win over Christian Brothers on February 19th.
The Riderette fast-pitch softball team suffered its 4th straight loss after a 10-0 defeat by Southeastern Oklahoma State on February 20th. SOSU had 10 hits in the game, with SAU helping by giving up 3 errors and 3 walks. The game was stopped in the 5th inning because of the 10-run mercy rule. The day before, the Riderettes lost both games of a doubleheader against East Central Oklahoma University. SAU lost their first game 8-0 and the second game 10-3.
The Riderettes ended their season with a 64-57 loss against Mississippi University for women and failed to make the Gulf South Conference tournament. The Riderettes were down by 12 after the first half, scoring 20 points to MUW's 32. Then the Riderettes bounced back in the second half with 37 points, while MUW had ended the half with 32. SAU shot 22 of 70 from the field and sank 3 of 15 three-pointers. MUW won the game, hitting 19 of 46 field goals and shooting 38% of the three-pointers attempted. The Riderettes ended the season at 10-15 overall. This has been SAU Sports.
This is Heather Quent with the Southern Arkansas University Entertainment Report. This week, the spotlight at SAU's Burning Bright and Harton Theater. The SAU Theater Department will be performing On Borrowed Time, a play by Paul Orbison, set in the 1930s in Middle to Southern America. The play deals with learning to accept the need for death and its place in the world. The character of Death, named Mr. Brink, is played by John Ford, a freshman imported from European American schooling. Mr. Brink comes to take Gramps, played by Shannon Watson, a junior from Mount Holly. All data is top secret, but this black comedy is sure to make SAU students try to comprehend their own mortality. Show dates are March 2nd through 4th, with curtains rising at 7:30 p.m. SAU students pay $1 and adults are $3. This is Heather Quint with the Southern Arkansas University Entertainment Report.
With an SAU calendar, I'm Lisa Stegall.
And I'm Dana Thomas.
Monday, March 8th, students can get those long-awaited semester grades in the registrar's office after noon. And don't forget to set your VCRs to Channel 13 if you won't be at home for 2 SAU reports, which will air back-to-back starting at 7 p.m.
Tuesday, March 9th, you can go cheer on the SAU Mule Riders baseball team, since the game will be right here in Magnolia. That game is set to start at 1 p.m. At 7 p.m., Impact presents Frederick Winters in the Harton Theater.
Thursday, March 11th at 7:30 p.m., the 1999 Miss SAU pageant takes place.
Friday, March 12th at 5 p.m., residence halls will close for this year's highly anticipated spring break.
And that's this week's SAU calendar.
SAU broadcast journalism students produce informative television programs for viewers in Southwest Arkansas. The SAU Report features interviews with faculty, staff, students, and alumni. It is seen each week in Magnolia on TCA Cable Channel 13. Camden residents can see the SAU Report each morning on Cable Channel 16. Tens of thousands of cable television households in Southwest Arkansas watch the program on KTSS-TV Channel 55 in Hope. The SAU Report not only serves as a learning tool for broadcast journalism students, but serves to inform the region about institutional events and personalities. Some editions of SAU Magazine feature audio segments from these television programs. Be sure and watch the SAU Report on your local cable television service. Informative viewing, provocative subject matter. The SAU Report.
I'm Kezzie and I'm Tina Davis. Today we have with us Audra Bryant, who is a graduating senior and also currently a member of the Black Student Association. Thank you for joining us today, Audra.
Thank you for having me.
Audra, first, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, I'm from Marianna, Arkansas. I'm the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Odell Bryant Sr. I'm the oldest of 6, which I come from a real big family. Mm-hmm. And I'm a senior here at Southern Arkansas University, and I graduated in May with my major is psychology with a minor in political science. And I've been here for 4.5 years, and I really enjoyed being at Southern Arkansas University.
Okay, what activities are you involved in on campus?
I'm involved in the Black Student Association and the Genesis Ministry Choir, and I also work with Cletus Stewart in the Multicultural Office here on campus, and I've done several other things since I've been here on campus.
Okay, could you also elaborate on what the BSA stands for?
BSA is the Black Student Association, and it was found in 1970, right during the time of a lot of civil unrest and other things were happening in our nation. And the black students here at Southern Arkansas University decided that they needed a voice here on campus. So several students got together and they formed the Black Student Association. And it's the oldest organization, black organization here on campus. And you know, it's been going strong here since 1970.
Do the members attend national or regional meetings?
Yes. Every year there's a Arkansas Black Student Association convention held every year in the month of February. And the members here on campus usually try to attend. Also, in the last 3 years, we've been attending the Southwest Black Leadership Conference at Texas A&M, which is a huge event. Minority students from all over the world basically attends this convention, and it's a huge event. We have a lot of national speakers come out, and we just have a lot of forums and a lot of different meetings to help minority students to plan their future and get us ready for whatever we're going to face in life. So it's a very big event.
Okay, and how long do these events take place?
Well, the Black Leadership Conference at Texas A&M usually lasts for 4 days, and the Arkansas Black Student Association Convention lasts for a weekend, and we just have a great time.
Did you implement any ideas from that conference and bring them back to Southern Arkansas University on campus?
Yes, after we started going to the leadership conference, we started having forums here on campus to help students. We just get together and discuss our ideas and discuss any issues that we may be having and solutions to those issues. And we just have we take a lot of stuff. We learn a lot when we go to these conventions, and we bring it back here and try to help the Black Student Association here at Magnolia accomplish greater things and try to do more in the community and on campus and just be more effective here on campus.
Since you mentioned the community services, what do you do in the community around Magnolia?
Well, in past times, and even now we're starting to get some new projects off the ground. We're trying to start a tutoring center for students off campus in the community who may be having problems with their schoolwork. We're trying to help a lot of students we're trying to help them to do better in their work environment, and try to start a Big Brother, Big Sister program, which will help like underprivileged kids make it through school, like those people who come from a single parent home and who really don't have anyone there to be with them after school, you know, to be there for the children and just pass along what we know about how important it is to get an education, how important it is to go to college, and how important it is just to stay out of trouble and go to school, and we try to pass on what our ancestors went through, and that way to make us more appreciative of the opportunities we have today.
Okay, let's change the subject a little. What are the policies or the guidelines that you have to go by in BSA?
Well, the policies are, we just, we don't really have any guidelines or policies. If you are a student who wants to work on campus and who believe in unity and who believes in community service and don't really want to join a Greek organization or something, we're always open to all students. It's the Black Student Association, but it's open to all different minorities, all different races.
SAU Magazine is a production of broadcast journalism students in the Department of Theater and Mass Communication at Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.